We have Lando Vannata on the phone. Finally, hi, Landon.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good, buddy. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
And how are you feeling? You're on a great card, man. The UFC just keeps putting together amazing cards. How are you feeling? You're on a pretty high profile one.
Yeah, man, I'm stoked about it. I mean, it's awesome to be on this 209 card with so many big names on the main card, and it's just stacked from top to bottom. I feel honored to be on the main card slot.
Well, you deserve to be on there, buddy. After that last kick, let me tell you, that kick, the walk-off, what the hell? Lando, that thing, I like to watch fights and keep it, because, we watch so many fights. When I know somebody's going to be on, I like to watch their fights, like on the train coming in. And just in studio, we just watched that fight again. And, wow. That's with what's his name? Joe Odessa?
John McDessie.
John, yeah. Wow, man. That was a beautiful kick, man. I mean, the second that landed, you just knew it was over.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I didn't even know it landed. Like, I threw it and I didn't feel it hit or anything, I just turned around, I saw him falling backwards, I saw the light fading from his eyes, and I just, all right, I can't hit him again, man. That's mean.
But the fact that you saw that, I watched that a few times, and the way you look at him when he's down. Did you ever see Halloween, the original with Jamie Lee Curtis? The way Michael Myers looked at somebody, his head would just kind of tilt to the left. You just enjoyed your work it was so beautiful that you didn't, you kicked him and you watched him fall and you just casually walked away like that's how it was meant to be.
Yeah, thanks for calling me a psychopathic killer, man.
Well, you're in the right line of work.
Yeah, shit, eh? Oh, man.
Well, you're fun to watch, dude.
I don't know. It was just fun, man. It was a lot of fun.
I have a question for you, too, because I've noticed, and it's hard to describe your fighting style because you're so, and Rogan said fluid. That's a great word. You're very, very fast. Your hands are up almost like in a surrender thing, and then your arms are down by your side. And at times it looks like you're river dancing, and then you're throwing a kick. Like, you're extreme. You got to be very hard to train for. But I noticed with your arms hanging down, Ferguson is such a good striker. He was able to tag you a few times. Are you a little concerned that with the level of striking in the UFC that could be a problem to you, even though you can really take a shot?
Nah, absolutely not. I have great distance, great timing, great reactions. My flips and my counters, my pulls, my rolling, my blocking skills are top notch. The reason you saw Tony start picking me apart is just because I got tired. I had absolutely nothing left in me in that second round, and I just went out there and gutted it out. If you watch that first round, and I pieced him up, I tore him apart. When I was fresh and had gas in the tank, he didn't stand a chance. And, I feel like that's how it's going to go against 99% of the strikers in this game. I'm on a different level striking than all of them.
Yeah, and in a weird way, some of your movement reminds me of Wonder Boy in that, you seem to be very comfortable with your head being exposed, knowing that you're going to be able to get out of the way. And there was one point with Ferguson where I want to say it was 2 or 3 consecutive punches. You ducked under. It was really a beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah, he came in charging hard and flipped and rolled and found my exits.
And you got the nickname Groovy at Jackson Wink by Cub Swanson. We were dying to know, why they call you Groovy.
Hey, watch the fighting style, man. Personality, it's who I am, it's how I fight.
Oh, it was just for that? Okay.
It's a reflection of me.
You're just groovy. What made you go out there? I'm from Jersey as well, and what made you go out to Jackson Wink? Did you intend on fighting when you went out to New Mexico?
Yeah. So actually, I lived in Jersey. I mean, just to clarify a little bit, everybody thinks I'm from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. I only lived there till I was 10, and then I moved to Florida.
Oh.
And then and that's where I began wrestling, was in Florida. So I started wrestling out there, and then I ended up going to Jackson's for a month during the summertime when I was 16. Made a lot of friends, became close with the coaches and the team, and just knew that eventually I'd go back, and it happened sooner than later.
Now, who do you hold a purple belt under in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
That's my buddy PJ Morales.
Nice, and I see
your buddy. Okay. I think he's under Nuva and Ayao or something like that. I'm not really sure.
Oh, good.
Even that was I haven't rolled in a gi in nearly 6 years.
Okay, but you still rolling obviously without the gi.
Yeah, no gi all the time. But I haven't done gi in ages.
And when I'm looking here and I see you're an NCAA Division I wrestler, when did you start the striking? Because I mean, when did you start that?
6 years ago.
You started striking 6 years ago?
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, I came out here with pretty much zero striking skills.
Is that amazing to anybody else but me in the studio?
Yeah, the speed,
What the hell's
the
that,
speed
man?
with your arms down by your side, the speed you're getting your arms up is really amazing, man.
Yeah, man, just I don't know. I guess I've always been athletic. I've always been explosive, but I picked things up quick, and I fell in love with striking. I created my own style, and it just seems to work.
Created your own style. I like that. No, but listen, man. I mean, listen. Like they say that the in the octagon or the ring, that's like you're canvas and you're an artist and all that stuff, and that's what it looks like, man. I love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're expressing. You're expressing yourself
in there too.
Sorry.
There's no routine when I go in there. It's just improvisation. It's what can we create today. It's all fresh. It's all new.
Yeah, it feels that way.
You know, Jimmy, I thought he was going to say that he was, I started in karate at 5. I can't believe 6 years ago you started striking. That's amazing to me. That really is amazing to me. In a good way.
And you were 8-0, and your
that.
first fight in the UFC is against the #1 ranked lightweight against Ferguson, and you took it on 2 weeks' notice. I mean, it was a tremendous fight considering how. And why you said you had nothing left in the second round? Why was that?
Oh, I mean, literally, I came, they called me on a Monday, and that was the first day of a fight camp that I was preparing for in August. So I had an 8-week camp planned, and they called me on my first day of camp. I just got done drinking beers, roaming around, not doing jack. And they called me, and they were like, hey, you want to fight Tony Ferguson in 2 weeks? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do it. That first round was such a high intensity. Tony keeps a really high pace. You got to keep a high pace to fight with him. I just didn't have the gas in the tank. Man, I gave everything I had in that first round. And by the end of it, I was exhausted. I don't even remember anything in the corner. I couldn't hear my coaches. All I could hear was my heart pounding in my chest and my ears and my face. I had nothing in me.
Yeah, shit, man. I've been there. Now, listen, that fight, that's the worst feeling. That fight that you were getting ready for for 8 weeks. You about to get into a camp. Was that a fight scheduled for the UFC or no?
No, that was for RFA.
Okay. Yeah, Ed Soares'
some
thing.
cool show for RFA. Yeah. I think it was supposed to be at Bike Week, Sturgis. That was going to be cool. But the Tony fight, which is even better.
Oh, man. Well, I'll tell you, listen, when they come knocking, you really have to answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you, with that fight, Lando, it's not like your stock went down. That might be your first loss, but look what Tony Ferguson is now. And I'll tell you right now, I don't think I've seen anybody else do that to him.
No.
You know what I mean? Where you almost, you had him doing the funky, instead of the El Kukui dance, he was doing the funky chicken dance in that first round.
Right.
And then,
all over the place.
and then of course, listen, man, I mean, like I've told Jimmy and I've said before, I was never afraid of getting hurt in there, but I'm always afraid of getting tired in there. That's the worst feeling in the world.
It's the worst feeling. Absolutely the worst, man. Nothing can compare to that feeling. It's just pure dread.
It is dread because everything in you, your heart wants to go on, but everything in you is saying, just get me out of here. It's
I remember
crazy.
I came out for that second round and I tried to bounce around a little bit and get my footwork going. And I was like, nope, my legs aren't working.
People will never know.
I'm going to walk them down, see what happens.
Yeah, people they'll never know what goes into 15 minutes worth of fighting. They'll never realize. You know what I mean? It's so crazy.
Hey, when in that
it's one of the toughest things to do in your life.
Sure. When you and because you said you didn't have a full camp, obviously you had a really short one. So in that second round, when you come out and you know that you've spent a lot of your energy or most of your, could you see that he still had plenty left?
Oh yeah, I knew he would. I mean, that guy, he never gets tired. He goes. There's no fading in that guy. So I knew even if unless I put him away, he's going to come back fresh in the second round.
What do you think about the fight against him and Khabib, the main event?
I think
co-main
he takes it. I think he takes it against Khabib.
Interesting.
Especially over 5 rounds. I think.
Now, what makes
his pace is insane, man. He's very scrambly. He tacks off bottom. He's very unorthodox in his striking. He's got much better striking than Khabib. Yeah. I think it's an interesting fight, but I think he gets the edge.
You think he hands him his first loss?
Yeah, I hope so, man. I can't wait for Khabib to lose.
Oh, why is that's interesting? Is it because he's undefeated, or what is it about him you don't like?
You know when someone has so much hype around them, every single person you talk to just hypes him up and oh no, Khabib, he's the best ever. Just it's terribly annoying to hear over and over and over.
How do you feel? You feel you match up well with Khabib?
That's a tough fight. he's a great wrestler with a good top control. Obviously, I got the edge on the feet. Yeah, I mean, that's a fight I'm looking forward to eventually down the line. But yeah, it's one we're gonna have to train our asses off for and really come in prepared with some top-notch wrestling.
Is it annoying to hear too because he's in the same weight class? Like it's probably much more annoying when it's a guy in your weight class.
Nah, that doesn't bother me. It could be a heavyweight. It's just when someone talks about it like that, I'm like, man, come on. He's gonna lose eventually.
Yeah, you're like, don't put him on a pedestal. Anybody can get taken out. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's gonna lose eventually. It's just a matter of time.
Well, yeah, and you wonder if there's any more pressure because I mean, I think I want to say Tony is 20-3. I'm not sure if I'm remembering that correctly, but he's already had a couple of losses, so there's a little bit. It seems like the first loss won't be as devastating as it might be for Khabib.
Yeah, I mean, Khabib's carrying the whole country on his shoulders. Like everybody in Russia and everybody in Dagestan is just, they are his best friend and like they are his biggest supporters. He shows up to the fights and he's got like a group of like 60 Russians with him, just all supporting him. I mean, I'm talking about like not even the fans in the stands. I mean, like by his side. There's a lot of pressure on that guy, so I'm sure he feels it.
And you train at Jackson Wink. How is John Jones?
He's good, man. He's grappling right now. Comes into grappling all the time, training, getting his jiu-jitsu better.
Yeah, it looks pretty good for Dan Henderson.
Yeah.
He grappled Dan Henderson. He got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He's fighting July, right?
Who's that?
Jones.
Yeah, I think he's supposed to.
Him and Cormier finally had their rematch.
Oh.
It's almost like waiting for Tyson Holyfield. Jesus Christ, for years. Well, good luck, man. You're really, really a fun fighter to watch. And I like the way you said you're just kind of creating it as you go along. It's improv. Because you really you don't know what you're going to do. Again, like I've said, you would be very hard to train for the way you move, and the way you hold your arms and the way you move with your legs. You're a very difficult guy to train for.
Yeah, very entertaining, buddy.
Man, thank you guys.
And good luck. You're fighting David Timur. This is obviously UFC 209 Woodley versus Thompson's the main event.
One hell of a card.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you fight and hopefully get to meet you in the future. Okay.
I appreciate it, fellas. Look forward to it.
Thanks, Landon. Take care.
Take care, Landon.
Lando Vannata, really, really a promising lightweight who had 1-1 in the UFC, but the one loss was to Ferguson, and like you said, he didn't have a proper camp.